Welcome back to German with John Berlin, and in today's lesson we'll be trying to consolidate all that we have learned and apply to make our first German sentences. So up till now we have learned the personal pronouns, the articles, and we have learned the verbs. Yes, so we have consolidated all this information in this table which you have in front of you, that you have your personal pronouns ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, sie, in all the cases, nominative, accusative, dative, along with the respective reference questions. And then you have your articles as well, written right with the personal pronouns, because we know that the personal pronouns are derived from the articles. So we have written them together: er, sie, es, and der, die, das, ihn, sie, es, den, die, das, ihm, ihr, ihm, dem, der, dem. Yes, even for the plural, yes, the z is derived from the z is derived from thee, and ihnen is derived from denen. Okay, there is a ihnen missing here. Let me update this. Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Now, moving forward, we'll be using this information to create sentences. And how will we make sentences? With the help of verbs, and the verb endings are also written down right here. Yes, that is for first person, we remove the en, add a e, remove the en, add a st, or remove the en, add a t. When it comes to wir, we write the same way, right, like it is. I could have also put a dash here. Yes, and in ihr, we remove the en, add a t, and for z, z, once again we put a dash. Perfect, infinitive form. So we'll be using this particular consolidated table to get started with some sentences on our right. And interestingly, it's the same funny sentence with which we had started to learn the personal pronouns, which we'll be doing in German. I'm a good person, you invite me, you bake for me a cake. So let's see how it's written. There is an illustration already. I am a good person. So basically we are talking about I am, to be. The verb is sein, irregular verb. If we remember, the conjugation was ich bin, perfect. And if we remember, in this particular verb, the subject and the object are the same. Yes, because bin is a nominative verb. So we'll say who is what. Ich bin eine gute Person. Who is what? Yes, ich bin eine. Now we need to say eine. That is your indefinite article, just like die. So we'll borrow the e of die and say eine. Yes, like we learned, eine gute Person. Perfect. So all the endings of the definite article, which I highlight here in front of you, will be used. Yes, so the ones which will not be used are, I'll show you them as well. Moment. Let me highlight the ones we'll be using to create other articles. Yes, these are the endings which we'll be using to create other articles, except for der, das, and das. These are the ones we won't use. So right now we need indefinite feminine. The article is ein. Indefinite article, we'll add a e. So ich bin eine gute Person. Okay, now you invite me. The verb is einladen. Now, if you might remember, the verb einladen is a separable verb. It's a type of verb where one part is written, one part is the verb, the other part is the prefix. We conjugate the verb, put the prefix in the end. So the verb is einladen. We'll conjugate laden. So you invite me. Who invites us? Du. We'll conjugate the verb laden. We'll remove the en, add a st. It has a, it'll change to a. It'll become du lädst. Du lädst whom? Whom do you invite? So whom do you invite? Me. It'll be mich. Du lädst mich, and then we'll put the prefix of the verb ein. Du lädst mich ein. Ich bin eine gute Person. Du lädst mich ein. Then what do? You bake for me a cake. Cake is der Kuchen. Yes, I can show it to you. It's written here. Okay, cake is der Kuchen. Perfect. So we could use these. Genau, we can use the words here. Okay, this is a little big. This is the right size. So let's see if we can get this. You bake for me a cake. So who bakes for whom what? Yes, this is one of the accusative dative verbs. Who bakes what, or who bakes for whom what. In this case, we are using it like accusative dative. So who bakes? It's you, du. And the verb is bake. In German, it's backen. So we'll conjugate for du. Remove the en, add a st. It'll become bakst. Perfect. Now you see, we did not change the a to a umlaut. We just let it be. So it's not with all the verbs that we change the a to a umlaut. It's just with the verbs you need to learn by practicing. Okay, a little bit. Okay. So du bakst. Now it's for whom. Yes, this is the dative part. So it's about for me. For me is mir. Du bakst mir ein Kuchen. Perfect. And it's let's just, Kuchen is what? And it's masculine. Yes, they are Kuchen. I've written here. So it's what? And it's the cake. We'll go down. The is den. So we'll write, okay, we'll write instead of ein, we'll write ein plus the ending of en, which I've highlighted. We'll derive the article from it. Einen Kuchen. Yes. So ich bin eine gute Person. Du lädst mich ein. Du backst mir ein Kuchen. Yes, it's like ich, mich, mir. Perfect. Moving forward, you are a good person. Okay, again, who is a good person? Help me out. You, which will be du. Perfect. So we'll write du. Okay. Now, what do? You are a good person. And how do we say you are? The verb is sein. So du bist. Very good. Ich bin, du bist. Du bist eine gute Person. Very good. What are you? It'll also be nominative. A good person. We derive from the eine gute Person. I invite you. Who invites whom? I invite you, which is dich. Yes. So we'll conjugate for ich. The verb is einladen. We'll conjugate the laden part. Ein we'll put in the end. So it'll become ich lade. Very good. Ich lade whom? Whom do I invite? You. You would be second person singular. Dich. Ich lade dich. And then we'll end it with ein. Yes. Einladen, as I have written here. Ein is the separable part. Two parts verb. Perfect. So this could be highlighted again. So let's highlight this. Fantastic. Okay. Perfect. So it's a two-part verb. And we'll write ein in the end. Ich lade dich ein. I bake for you a cake. Who bakes for whom what? Who is I once again? Ich. The verb is backen. We'll conjugate for ich. Remove en, add a e. Bake. Very good. Now for whom? I bake what a cake, but for whom? So it'll be for you. So I'll write here dative for whom. And I'll find for you. It'll be second person. Dir. So I'll write dir. What do I bake? And the answer is a cake. Cake is masculine like den. So I'll use the ending of en and create the indefinite article einen Kuchen. Perfect. Yes. Du bist eine gute Person. Ich lade dich ein. Ich backe dir einen Kuchen. Fantastic. All right. Let's keep moving. So third sentence. It'll be he is a good person. I invite him. I bake for him a cake. All right. He is a good person. Again, who is a good person? We'll find he, third person singular, masculine. Er. Yes. So we'll write here. Er ist. Now, where did I get ist from? It comes from the verb sein. Yes. Sein is the verb to be. Ich bin. Du bist. Sie, es. ist. He, she, it is. Er ist, what is he? Again, nominative. Person is feminine. Person is, yes, feminine. So I'll use feminine article, die, and I'll get the indefinite article, eine gute Person. Yes, he is a good person. I invite him. Who invites him? I, which is ich. I'll write ich, and I'll conjugate the verb laden, einladen, two-part verb. Just conjugate the second part, which is ein, which is laden. Yes. Okay. Moment. Something off here. Okay. Does it look perfect now? Okay, now it looks better. So einladen is the verb. Yeah. We'll conjugate the laden part with ich lade. So let's write ich lade. Whom do I invite? We'll go to whom, and we are looking for him. What is him? Third person masculine. Ian. Perfect. Ich lade Ian. And we'll write the prefix ein. And what do? I bake for him a cake. Who bakes for him a cake? We'll go to who and look for I, ich. Very good. And the verb is to bake, baken, conjugated for ich, bake. Now, for him, we'll go to dative, for whom, and we'll find for him, it is ihm. Yes? So, ich bake ihm. What do I bake? Again, a cake, it's masculine. That's like den Kuchen, but we need indefinite article. That's ein. So we'll use ein and borrow the ending of en, einen Kuchen. Perfect. Yes? Fantastic. Okay, moving forward. We are good people. Now, this you could have also done before I move forward for she. Let's do it. Okay, for the same sentence, I'll use a slash. She is a good person. So who is a good person? Instead of saying er, I could say sie. So let me write here sie. Perfect. So she is a good person. Same sentence. I invite him. Whom do I invite? Instead of saying him, I could say her, which is again sie. Perfect. So ich lade sie. Perfect. Ein. I bake for her a cake. So for whom do I bake? Again, dative, and I need to find her. It's feminine, third person, ihr. So ich bake ihr, in slash here, ihr, einen Kuchen. Perfect. Now we'll go to first, second, third person, plural. We are good people. Who are good people? We need to find we, first person, plural. It'll be wir. Okay, wir. Now we need to say we are. The verb is sein. If you recall and look back, the conjugation is ich bin, du bist, sie ist. Wir sind, irregular verb, just need to memorize. Wir sind, gute, what is people? You could say Personen. Yeah, okay, Personen. You all invite us. Who invites us? You all. Now, in German, you is du and you all is ihr. Yes. You need to say ihr, you all. Different personal pronoun completely. Yes. So wir sind gute Person. Ihr. What you all do? Invite. That's the verb einladen. Two-part verb. We'll just use the part of laden, and we'll say ihr lat. Remove the en, add a t, as written here. Ihr lat. Whom do you invite? Us. So we'll go to us, first person plural. Ihr lat uns, and we'll put the prefix of ein in the end. Ihr lad uns ein. Okay, and there is a little delay here. Perfect. Ihr lad uns ein. People wondering why do we put a prefix? Let me explain. The prefix is important to basically understand the verb. If I remove the prefix, laden is actually to load, which would mean I load you all, whatever that means. So we don't want to say that. We need to say we invite you, you all invite us. So ihr lad uns is you all invite us. If I remove ein, it'll become you all load us. So God knows where. So let's say we stick to ihr lad uns ein. Perfect. So you all bake for us a cake. Again, who bakes for whom what? Who is you all? Again, ihr. We'll write here ihr. And we'll say bake, which is the verb backen. Yes, where is the verb here? Backen. Perfect. We'll conjugate for ihr, which is remove the e and add a t. So we'll write here backt. Perfect. For us, for whom? We need to find for us. That is first person plural, uns. Very good. What? Once again, a cake, it's masculine, den Kuchen. We need indefinite article ein. We'll use the ending of en, einen. Kuchen. Perfect. Now we'll go to the second person plural. We'll say you all are good people. We invite you all, we bake for you all a cake. So who are good people? That's the question. And it's second person plural, ihr. So we'll write ihr, and we'll now need to use the verb you all are. The verb is sein. We need to recall the conjugation. It's an irregular verb. We need to memorize it. Ich bin, du bist, sie, es ist. Wir sind, ihr seid. You all are. Ihr seid gute Leute or gute Personen. We invite you all. Who invites? This time first person plural, we, which is wir. Invite, the verb is einladen. We'll use the second part, which is laden, conjugated for wir, and it's the same as its original form. So we'll write wir laden. Whom do we invite? Okay, we invite you all. So under whom we'll find you all, which is second person plural, euch. And we'll close the verb with ein, since it's a prefix. Okay, and then we bake for you all a cake. Again, who bakes? We'll look for wir, which is we. So we'll write here wir. Backen, the verb is bake. So let's find out how to use the verb backen. So we'll go to wir, and we'll see it's the same form. So we'll write wir backen. Yes. For you all a cake. For whom? Yes. Now, under for whom, you'll find for you all, second person plural, euch. Yes, once again, euch. So let's write down here, euch. Wir backen euch. What? Once again, we are looking for the cake. It's masculine. Den Kuchen, we need indefinite article, which is ein. We'll add en, einen. Kuchen. Perfect. Okay. They are good people. The sixth sentence. Now let's do this. Who are good people? We'll find they, which is this z, the little z. Yes, they are good people. So let's write here z. Let's conjugate. They are. How to conjugate? We need to memorize irregular verb sein. Ich bin, du bist, sie, es ist, wir sind, ihr seid, sie, sie. It's the same as wir. Sie, sie sind. Very good. Sie sind gute Personen. You all are good people. They all are good people. We invite them. Who invites whom? Who is we? We'll find wir. Very good. Wir. And we'll say invite. The verb is einladen. It's a two-part verb. We won't use ein, just laden, conjugated for wir, which is the same. Yes, basic form. Wir laden. Whom do we invite? It's them. So we go to whom and find them, which is third person plural, the little z. Very good. So we'll say wir laden sie, and we'll put the prefix in the end. Wir laden sie ein. If we don't put the prefix, it will actually mean we load them. Okay, I don't know, into the car. Okay, to kidnap them. Okay, so we rather say wir laden sie ein. We invite them. We bake for them a cake. So again, who bakes for whom what? Who is we? So we'll find out wir, first person plural, wir, and it's to bake. The verb is backen, like I have written here. Conjugate for wir, it's the same infinitive form as I've written. Wir backen for them. Now, for whom do we bake? And if you find out, it's third person plural. It's like ihnen. So we'll write here ihnen. What? Again, the cake. Cake is masculine. Den, we need indefinite article. Ein, we use the en as the ending. Einen Kuchen. Fantastic, yeah? Okay, now this is more or less done, except we have another sentence to do. And let's find out if we can make a little space here by using a little economy. Yes. Okay, so we got our last sentence. Okay, the sentence says, you are a good person. I invite you. I bake for you a cake. Hey, but we already did this. Yes, you are a good person. I invite you. I bake for you a cake. What is the difference? So the difference between the question 2 and the question 7, or the sentence to sentence 7, is this is said to a friend. You are a good person. I invite you. I bake for you a cake. This is said to someone rather more politely. Maybe your boss, yes, or maybe someone whom you give respect. So you are a good person. So instead of saying do, we'll find out who as formal. It's the big Z. Exactly. So we'll write here Z, and now we need to find you are. The verb is sein, and the third person and the conjugation of the big Z is just like third person conjugation, and that was sind. This will also be sind. Sie sind gute Person. Very good. You're a good person. I invite you. Who invites whom? We go to who, we find ich. Yes, that's I. Ich. And we say invite. The verb is again einladen. We know it's a two-part verb. We conjugate the last part laden, and we'll conjugate it for ich. It'll become lade. Ich lade. Now you need to say whom. Go to whom, and it's formal second person, so this wouldn't work. We need to go all the way down, and it'll be the big Z, just like the third person plural, yes, but in a capital S. Ich lade Sie. We'll complete the verb ein. Okay, I invite you. I bake for you a cake. Now again, who bakes for whom what? Who is I? So I'll write ich, and the verb is to bake. That's baken, like I've written here. Conjugated for ich. Remove the e and add a e. Ich bake. Very good. For you. Now for whom do I bake? Yes, it's for you, but I can't say dir. Second person informal. This is maybe formal boss, like we are doing. So we'll find the second person formal as Ihnen. Perfect. Capital I. Ich bake Ihnen what? Once again, the cake. It's masculine. Den Kuchen. We need indefinite article ein. We use the ending en and einen Kuchen. Okay, fantastic. So here goes your sentence. Perfect. So here are your sentences, the ones which we began learning are personal pronouns. And I would say you try to do them by yourself by looking at the table on the left, which we already have here, and the reference words which are written on top with the asterisk. So perfect. I wish you a good practice. This is John Berlin signing off to meet you in the next lesson to practice the sentence making. Take care. Till then.